Okay, so Natasha, could we see any impact of Hurricane Erin on the Canadian East Coast?
Yeah, definitely the south-facing shores have to watch for some of these rip currents. And, you know, like, I always hear people who say, oh, I lived through Sandy, I lived through, you know, Otis and all these other hurricanes. But we are moving into, like, a realm that we haven't been in before because of these systems that are acting differently, right? This thing intensified from a 1 to a 5 in just over 24 hours. That's called rapid intensification, something that happened rarely. Now we're seeing it happen multiple times per year. Okay, so these are different. They're acting different. And Erin still has to move through this pool of hotter water. It needs 26.5 degrees to survive. And for that to be the fuel, well, it's moving into almost 31-degree water. So there is a chance it could re-intensify very briefly to a 3 and then back down to a 2. And you can see it staying offshore. So a lot of people are like, well, thank goodness it's not making landfall. We're all good. But it's those rip currents that are going to be a problem. And we will be watching the outer banks, the southern banks here off of Newfoundland, and even passing Nova Scotia here as a 1. So the Laurentian fan shipping lanes have to watch for that. And of course, the rip current risk red, which is a high risk all the way from Florida right up to New England right now. All right, the other thing that you have to notice, and they mentioned at the end of that story, is that National Hurricane Center is also keeping its eye on another 2 systems, not 1, but 2, the orange and the yellow, and these are likely going to follow in the same path as Erin. We just have to see how strong they're going to be, but they're looking again to take that same path. Remember, September 10th is the peak, so we still have many, many weeks of hurricane season to go. Let's talk about the cooler air. It's a little refreshing for those without air conditioning. Yesterday, 22 degrees. Today, we were close to 21, 22 degrees. This is coming off of 10 days where we had a lot of heat, right? There's the drop yesterday. Here's today sitting at 22. And here's tomorrow also sitting at 22. So tomorrow will be the last day that we're slightly below seasonal. After that, we're going to start a slow climb back up to about 26, 27 in the day for the weekend. And we've got some warm nights here ahead of us. If you're looking for the cool stuff, like 13, 14 degrees to wake up to, you'll be getting that as we head into the beginning of next week. All right, in terms of rain, I did put drops in there. Like, it's 10 raindrops. It is not going to be a lot. It is very isolated showers. Walk with the umbrella. Good chance you won't even open it tomorrow. We'll dry out for Thursday and Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, the warmest days here. But, of course, it is going to come with some isolated showers, Cynthia.
All right, Natasha, thank you.